Daniel, my name is Tony Gonzalez.
Hello, Tony.
The media is This is Rock.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was listening to carefully the Weather System CD, Oceans Without a Shore. I would like to know why the ocean doesn't have a shore, where the idea comes from.
Well, originally it comes from an artist called Bill Viola, called Ocean Without a Shore. Now, he is a very famous artist, and it's a wonderful exhibition. And he said the membrane between this world and that world is very thin. So, the wall between this world and that world is very thin. So he did a piece of art called Ocean Without a Shore, based on this. And I thought it was wonderful. And I had a song called Ocean Without a Shore, influenced by that. And when it came to making the album title, I actually wrote to Bill and asked him if I could use the title. And he said, I didn't write it. It's not copyrighted. I didn't make this title. It came from somewhere else. So I used it. And I will probably send him a copy of the album. But, he was talking about a higher dimension, in my opinion. And that's what I'm talking about too. So that's why I chose the name.
You were known with Anathema in the 90s. However, the band was changing step by step. When was the moment this journey started, the change?
It was always happening from the beginning. It never stopped. And it started at the very beginning. It was always changing. The Silent Enigma was a big change. Alternative 4 was a big change. Weather Systems was a change.
If you are part of Weather System and also the drummer and producer Daniel Cardoso is part of Weather System, why did you decide to call this ensemble Weather System and not simply Anathema or your own name?
Well, because it didn't have Vincent. Without Vincent, I don't think it's Anathema. He's my brother and the lead singer, and it wouldn't be right. And also, Vincent told me that Weather Systems is a better name for a band than Anathema. And I agree with him. It's a better name. And I chose that name because it makes it clear that there's a continuation, that it's connected to Anathema. This band is not Anathema, but it's definitely the cousin of Anathema. And it's the legacy of Anathema. And we will always play some Anathema songs live, always. Because I wrote them and I love them. But it's not, that band was a family. And it's different. I love them and I miss them and I will always love them and I will always miss them. And I still talk to them. And everything, I'm still in good relations with them. But especially with Vincent and John, who were the main songwriters with me in Anathema. But life moves on and I had to do something, so I did this.
The first single, the video, was Do Angels Sing Like Rain? And yes, the song makes me feel in some parts like if I was listening the best moment of Sting, the famous bass player. But I'm sure that you didn't do it taking account this way. Tell me about the song.
Well, I can tell you that the lyrics were written in 15 minutes. The vocal was recorded in 5 minutes in 2019. And that's the version you hear on the album. I never re-recorded it. We just kept the first demo of the vocal that was written, 15 minutes, recorded in 5 minutes, and that's the version you hear on the album.
The first track is a synesthesia. Synesthesia. I don't know if you know anything about Spanish. In Spanish, without anesthesia is sin anesthesia. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, you didn't know. Yes, it's a song who is clearly split in 3 parts.
It's in 5 parts, but you're right. It is. Yeah, it's in 5 parts. Yes.
Yes, please.
It's 9 minutes 11 seconds long. 9 minutes long, and it was good fun to open the album with that because nobody is expecting it.
It was unexpected. Please tell me about the song. did you conceive the different parts, or how did you write a song like this, Daniel?
It was really easy to write. It was really easy. It was so easy. All of these songs were easy to write. For some reason, they all came very, very easily to me. Yeah, it's a song I don't think Anathema would have done. I can tell you that. It was not going to be on the next Anathema album. So, because it's too metal, they said it was too metal. But I don't care about that, so I put it on. But the song was really easy to write. It just kind of happened. It wrote itself. And the lyrics are really kind of simple and evocative. They evoke a lot of feelings. So I don't know what to tell you about the song, except it's easy to write and I really like it.
Are You There? To me, is an extraordinary song. This is the song that catch my attention, and is because of this final orchestration. The orchestration is getting in the song step by step, and I would like that you please, how did you get the idea of this song?
Well, I was sitting in front of a keyboard and I already had the song because the melody had been around for a long time. Since 2010, the first melody had been around. Since 2009 was when the first melody was written, and the song was called Are You There Part 2, then in 2009. And we all liked it. It was demoed, and for the Anathema album, we made a demo of it. And then for the orchestration that happened later, I can tell you that I was playing it on the keyboards. After it was recorded, I was jumping around the room because I thought it was so nice and so simple. And it's a counter melody, you know. It's a melody that weaves in between the song, through the song. And it's not the melody of the vocals, it's not the melody of the guitars. It's different. It's the nicest orchestration of strings on the album, and it's the first time that I have written the string orchestrations for any album. It's the first time I've ever done that, and I wrote that. And it's so simple and effective. And when the orchestra was recording it, apparently, I was watching them, they were all smiling because they're like, that one. There was 40 string players in Budapest in Hungary recording that song. And we were watching it live on a live stream, and they really enjoyed recording and playing that.
I don't know, maybe you don't know, but there is a song from 1973, Elton John, that is called The Ballad of Danny Bailey. This song is in Goodbye Yellow Brick Road recording. It's starting, and then an orchestration at the end is coming step by step. And now, listen, Are You There? I remember that song that is anything related apart from this. And Daniel, as a songwriter, what is the moment of the day that you feel more creative?
Midday, early afternoon. Midday and early afternoon is the best time. Yeah, that's when I'm most creative.
Are you the type of creator that is sleeping and the melody get in your brain?
That has happened in the past, yes. I have dreamed a melody once for a song called The Lost Child on the album Weather Systems. That was a good dream.
And then what happened?
But melody, I woke up and asked Vincent to help me record it at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I went back to sleep. Melodies are the thing that come easiest to me. You know, some people are great with words, some people are great with other things. For me, it's melodies. They just come so easily. They fall out of the sky. I'm very lucky. I recorded it. I recorded it on the keyboard and then went back to sleep.
That means that you have in your own house, do you have a music room?
Yes, I'm in it right now.
In this recording, do you sing?
The album? Yes, I sing on all the songs.
All the songs is because I read that there are 3 singers.
I did the lead vocals on the album.
Now I don't remember exactly the song, but there is a song that when the voice entered, I didn't recognize you. And then when I read that there were 3 singers, I imagined that you decided not to sing in all the parts.
No, I sang on all of the songs. Not all the way through. Like on Untouchable Part 3, it starts with me and ends with Soraya, and then ends with us together. Same on Ghost in the Machine. Are You There Part 2 is mostly me. Synesthesia is me and Petter together. Some songs are like a chorus of three voices harmonizing.
Mm-hmm.
Some songs are lead vocals, but I sang the vocals on all of the songs, but the other singers played other roles to make the sound different and to give a different feeling and bring a feminine side. And Petter has a great range, so he sang higher parts and harmonies.
I was imagine that you take the role of the singer because in your previous band you were a guitar player and then you need to sing for an special circumstance.
It was natural for me to sing songs that I wrote. In fact, during the Anathema term, I used to make the demos of the songs, and I would sing the demo, and then Vincent and Lee would kind of interpret the demo and sing it themselves. But I always sang every song for Anathema that you heard.
Mm-hmm.
The demo, apart from the songs by John, the demo was made by me, and then sang by Vincent afterwards.
Yes.
So I was always singing in the background, but you didn't hear it because the demos were not released. But on the demos, it was me singing. You understand? So I always sang the songs that I wrote. Just the difference now is that instead of singing only on the demo, I'm now singing on the album as well.
Mm. In 2009, you recorded in parallel with Anneke van Giersbergen. Tell me,
Yes.
how was the experience and what did you like the most from this collaboration?
Well, she's a great person and a very positive person, and she's a wonderful singer. So it was a very positive experience, and I'm very happy that we had that time. And yeah, she's really good. She's actually still, I think, the best singer in that genre in the world. You know, there was a lot of people that came after Anneke that were influenced by Anneke. None of them were better than she was.
Are there plans to take Weather System in concert on tour
Yes, there are. For next year, yes.
next year? Have you thought who will be on stage with you,
The same people who were on the album.
including the singers?
Yes.
UK has a strong tradition in prog music, the most important tradition, maybe, with bands from the 70s like Yes, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Genesis, King Crimson. As a musician,
Beatles.
yes, as a musician, what have you taken from these primary ensembles?
Well, look, my favourite band of all time is the Beatles, and then it's Radiohead, and they're both from England.
Mm.
Beatles are from my hometown, Liverpool, and they were the best songwriters there's ever been, and ever will be, I think. But Tom York from Radiohead has run them very close second. It's brilliant, that guy. I'm influenced by Radiohead, you know, a lot. But my songs don't sound like Radiohead because I'm not the best songwriter, but I have a sense of melody that is mine, and it doesn't sound like another group. My melodies don't sound like another band, but I am influenced by the approach that other bands take. Sometimes I'm influenced by sounds that they use or techniques they use, or I like all kinds of music. I like, you know, big beat electronic music like Chemical Brothers and Prodigy, you know, Portishead, Radiohead. Also American bands like Nirvana, R.E.M., Queen is a good one, Dire Straits, Black Sabbath, Pink Floyd is a big one, Oasis, I love Oasis. So yeah, I think the UK has the best bands in the world. Best bands of all time, we have the most. America has great solo artists, you know, and a few great bands. Most of the best bands came.
I always try to understand why UK have the best bands.
I don't know why, but I think the language is a big part of it.
Now that you mentioned the Beatles, I didn't expect this. For example, when you mentioned the Beatles, I imagine that maybe you like a song like Because.
We used that song as an intro during our tour of cathedrals.
Yes.
We used the version of the voices only without the music as the introduction for our shows with the cathedrals with Anathema. And yeah, but I like all the Beatles have done over 350 songs, and there's only about 5 of them that I don't like very much. I like almost all of the songs. 99.9% of the songs I like.
I know some Beatles fans that they would like to listen this part of the conversation. Really good.
I went to school next to Penny Lane, and I was born in the same hospital as John Lennon.
Even when you have this wide influence, you always try to show the sound of the guitar. And I remember that part of the reason why Sin Anesthesia catch my attention is the sound of the guitar, how the guitar enter in the song, carried the first idea that was really more relaxed. Do you use the guitar more as an instrument of expression because you are not the guitar player that try to make a shredding solo or things like that? Tell me, how do you conceive the guitar?
Yeah, well, I can play guitar solos, and I do it at home all the time. But I don't write many guitar solos because I'm more interested in the song. And my music isn't a technical music, it's an emotional music. It's music of the heart, not music of the head. And that's why if I play solos, they're usually influenced by Mark Knopfler and David Gilmour. Because that's more my style. But yeah, I can play solos. And I've done it lots of times, but my solos are not shredded solos. Because other people can do that better than me. I prefer emotion.
Do you have the special guitars, the brand of the guitar, the equipments, the amplifiers?
I play Gibson and Fender almost exclusively, and those are my 2 favorites: Gibson Les Paul and Fender Strats, and I use them equally throughout the albums. But I have a great Fender Strat right here, right now, that I used on the album, and it's one of the best Fender Strats things. But I don't have a favorite gear, no. But I do prefer like inner neck, so I prefer like the 1960. I have a Gibson called the VOS 1960, which is vintage original specification, which means it's made the way it was in 1960, and that's my best Les Paul. And in 1960, the neck was a little bit thinner than in the 50s, so I prefer that. And I like Fender Strats because of their versatility and because you can put a sustainer pickup in a Fender Strat. You know, they're made for that. Gibsons are not really made to change them much, but in a Fender you can do what you want. I like the versatility of Fender, and I like Mark Knopfler and Dave Gilmour, and they both played Stratocasters, so it's a big influence.
Basically, those were our questions.
Thank you for the interview. You know, the best interviews are like a conversation, and this was like that. This was a good interview. Thank you.
Yes, I hope to see the band in Spain.
I hope so too.
Weather System, the CD is extraordinary, and this interview is made because the people who are from Music Theories, the company here in Spain, recommend me, say, listen this CD because it's extraordinary, and it's really, Daniel, it's really extraordinary.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the votes of confidence. I will remember this. Thank you.
Yes. So, bye-bye. Have a good day.
Bye. Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista. Ciao.
Gracias. Ciao.